Hey, Michael Harris here, and welcome to Article Cash Payday. Before we get started, let me give you a little overview of what's going on. First of all, I really want to thank you for your purchase. When I was a newbie, I used to struggle a lot, and I bought a lot of products from the gurus out there who supposedly knew everything. But what I found out is they provided very little value, and this got me frustrated. And I started creating my own products to help others out, and I always said if I found a way to make money online, I'd want to do all I could to help others out as well. And so let's talk about this particular system, and I'm going to pop out of the picture here so you can see the rest of this slide. So why should you write articles for cash? Well, the number one reason is it'll give you more control over your financial destiny in life. I mean, if you want to simply have a better position in life than you have right now, you can write articles for cash and start getting paid pretty much within a day or so. I mean, you can start making money now. And so it gives you more control over the financial destiny, your financial destiny in your life as well. Number two, have a positive influence on others and help them out. You know, through your writing skills, you can definitely help other people out through your articles, as well as get paid through your articles as well. Number three, feel a sense of accomplishment about using your talents. I mean, using your talents, maybe in the job you have right now, is not the best fit for you, and so maybe you want to try something else to make some cash as well. So definitely writing articles is a good way to go to earn extra money, earn the cash that you need, and it'll also give you a sense of accomplishment as well. So let me give you an overview of Article Cash Payday and what it's all about. The very first thing we need to do is figure out where to sell our articles that we're going to write. Okay, so you have to figure out where the marketplace is. The next thing we need to do is number two, determine the amount of pay that we're going to get per article. I mean, if you're going to write an article, you need to know how much you're going to get paid for it. It's just that simple. Number three, we want to learn how to write each article quickly, and I'll show you some ways to do that. Number four, we want to figure out your article per hour average. How many articles can you write in 1 hour? And that'll be important. And then number five, submit your articles and get paid. So let's talk about step one. Figure out where to sell your articles. There are basically two paths you can follow. And I think if you're just getting started, I'd recommend path number one, which is to sell your articles to content companies such as TextBroker, Elance, or Constant Content. Okay, companies like that. These are companies that are called content companies. They basically hire writers to write articles for them, and they'll pay you to write articles for them so that they can sell those articles to a client, to someone else. And they usually get a cut of that fee, and it's a small fee, but they get a cut of it. So these are called content companies. Okay, so for every article you write, you can write it for them. Another way to go, which is probably maybe later on after you get good at writing for content companies, would be to sell to private clients, such as people on the Warrior Forum, through your own website, or through other means. So let's take a look at method one. Sell your articles to content companies. One thing you can simply do is just use Google and type in places to sell articles online. In fact, let's do that right now. Okay, so I've gone over here to Google and I've simply typed in places to sell articles online. And it looks like there's a lot of different websites where you can find these types of places. Let's take a look at this one right here. It says 10 best websites to sell your articles online and make a living. And this is called Make a Living Writing. Okay. And so we'll just kind of scroll through here. And as you can see, you can come up with lots and lots of choices of places to sell your articles online. And one of them, the first one here listed is Constant Content. Okay, that's a good place to go. In fact, let's take a look at it real quick. So we're going to zip over here to Constant Content. And Constant Content is a website that is basically like a gallery of articles. Okay, if you're wanting to sell your articles online, this is a really good place to get started, because you can simply write an article, put it up for sale on this website, and someone will buy it. Okay, and you can pretty much determine your own prices. You don't have someone telling you exactly what you have to sell it for. You determine what you want to sell it for. Okay. Great thing about Constant Content is you don't have to go through an application process. You're welcome to join as an author anytime. Now, your articles do go through a review process, before they're posted for sale. But if you're a decent writer, you really shouldn't have any problem getting your articles accepted if you just read through the guidelines on the site. So I would recommend trying out Constant Content as a place just to post your articles and to sell your articles in order to start earning some extra cash online. Another great website that I have gone to sell articles, and I really recommend it, is called TextBroker. And TextBroker is a site that many writers use to earn extra income. It's a lot easier to get started with TextBroker than with certain other sites because their requirements are a lot more relaxed. Basically, what you're doing with TextBroker is you're given an assignment from clients that you need to deliver and follow up on. If you follow these assignments to the letter, then you can deliver your articles in the time frame that they specify, which usually is not that hard at all. Usually you have at least a day or two to write your articles. Then you can definitely earn some extra cash online through TextBroker. One of the things that TextBroker has is a rating scale. Okay, and basically when you first join TextBroker, the editors of TextBroker will give you an assignment, and they'll want you to write an article for them as a sample. Okay, now this sample article is very important because you want to be sure that the article you write for them is top-notch. I mean, it's your best quality work, because what's going to happen is they'll take a look at your article sample and they'll give you a rating based on your article sample. And so TextBroker authors are rated by stars, and they rate you anywhere from 2 stars all the way up to 5 stars. And so you want to be sure that you get the highest level rating that you possibly can, and make sure that sample article, like I said, is top-notch, because it's real simple. The higher your rating, the more you'll get paid, okay, and the more opportunities you'll have. So you definitely want to see if you can get to, at least a 3-star level, possibly a 4-star. Getting to a 5-star level will be difficult starting out, but you can definitely work your way up to that, okay, to a 5-star level. And so you'll definitely want to be sure that article you write is top-notch, like I mentioned earlier. And the more you stick with TextBroker, the better you'll become at this, and the more you'll earn. Okay. The great thing also about TextBroker is you will get exclusive contracts from certain clients. So if you start writing articles and you write a few, and then a client really likes your work, they could certainly offer you a job to write even more articles for them. Okay. And so TextBroker is just a great way to test people out. If you're on the other side of it, if you have a blog, or you have to put out content and you're trying to hire writers, then you definitely want to try your very best when you write these articles, because it could definitely lead to more jobs, which of course can lead to more money and higher paying jobs as well. So just to give you a quick inside look at how TextBroker works, basically what happens is clients of TextBroker, the people who want you to write articles for them, they basically post all kinds of different articles. As you can see, there's no shortage of articles at all. Like you could write some articles for the automobile category, and there are 24 articles that people need for that. Business category, 264 articles. Education, 5 articles. Finances, 296 articles. Hobbies, 275. So what you want to do is just go through here and look at all the different article categories. And let's say that, I wanted to write for business. Okay, so we'll click on that. And so what you can do is definitely look through the different guidelines. And the pay ranges, again, depending on your star rating. I mean, you can get paid, basically $3 an article all the way up to $7 and beyond per article. Okay. But what you want to do is just kind of look through here, and some of these articles, the requirements are not very much at all. I mean, most people can whip out a 300 to 400 word article, and there's a way actually to do it within 15 minutes or so. It might take you a little bit longer the first time you try it, but I mean, here's something called Academy. All right, and they want you to write an article that's 200 to 250 words. 1 day deadline, and so if you write a 200-word article, you're going to get $2.80 for that article, and that will take you really virtually no time to write. 250 words pays up to $3.50. Okay, Now, again, this may seem like, small at first, but it really adds up. I mean, you can whip out these articles very quickly, especially the better you get at it. And as I mentioned before, I mean, there are just all kinds of articles out there, all different ranges, all different sizes, all the way up to $7 and beyond. Okay. So this is just an example of some things that you can do. Let's see what's in the hobbies niche. All right. So again, you can write articles here in the hobbies niche. You can write articles in the just all kinds of different niches. Let's try the home and family niche. Okay, let's try that. And you can see through here just all kinds of different articles for that. So these are quick little articles. I mean, look at this, 100 words. 100 words is nothing. 8 links on indoor air quality. I guarantee you could you could go find that very easily. Just research the internet real quick, write 100 words on that, and you'll get paid. You'll get paid for that. Okay, so again, a lot of different articles that you can write, a lot of different categories. TextBroker is a great one, and again, you can just definitely write as much as you want. So I would definitely recommend you check out TextBroker and other article directories like TextBroker, where you can write articles and get paid quite a bit of cash, especially the more you stay with it. You can get paid very well at this. As a matter of fact, here's just a screenshot of my payouts that I had received after just doing this a very short period of time. And as you can see, this isn't pocket change. I mean, you can make $122.70 and beyond just by writing articles for TextBroker, getting paid for them. And the great thing is the money goes directly to your PayPal account. And so I really recommend you give TextBroker a try today. Another place you want to look at as far as writing articles is Fiverr. Okay, you definitely want to check out Fiverr. And you could certainly get a really great idea of what sells on Fiverr simply by going and doing a search in the search bar. Like I typed in articles, and so we'll just kind of see what people are writing articles for in Fiverr. And so we're going to go over here, and this person is writing articles for $5. And they said they write 250 words for $5 delivered within 24 hours. Again, 250 words is not a lot at all. I mean, you can write that in a very, very short period of time and crank those articles out, and you get $5 a pop for that. You can definitely start making some money right away by doing this on Fiverr. So I really recommend you check this out. Check out what other people are doing on Fiverr. Use the search function to find out what they're charging, and then you set your prices accordingly. Now the second method to sell your articles is to sell your articles to private clients. And you can basically do this in several ways. For example, you could have your own website and try to sell them to private clients on that. But one of the ways to sell is on the Warrior Forum. Okay, so let's go over to the Warrior Forum and take a look at that. So looking at the Warrior Forum at warriorforum.com, this section of the Warrior Forum is called Warriors for Hire, and it's under the WSO section, if you're familiar with that, the Warrior Special Offers. And so people on the Warriors for Hire section basically pay for a thread, okay, just like if they were to pay to list a WSO, but they pay for a thread to advertise their services, okay. And so this person here is advertising high quality articles. They'll offer review copies, okay, for Warrior Forum members. And basically this person is trying to get business as an article writer. Probably wants some business. So as you can see, he charges $6 for one 500-word article, $27 for 5 500-word articles, and $84 for 20 500-word articles. All right. And as you can see, his sales copy is, honestly, it's not real flashy. It just kind of tells what it is. And that's the great thing about a service business is if you're in the service business, such as article writing and so on, you really don't have to be that flashy. You just pretty much tell people, okay, this is what I do. I write articles. This is my price. These are the types of articles I write. And if you're interested, click the buy button. If you're not, then don't worry about it. That's basically what you do. And this guy gives some, obviously some samples of his work, which I really recommend that you do as well. And he has some feedback as well. Okay. And so Warrior Forum is a great place to get started if you're trying to become an article writer, and you definitely can get a lot of business by advertising on the Warrior Forum, and you can make this article writing gig pay, and it can pay very well once you start getting some business and getting quite a few clients coming to you, especially the ones that come to you over and over again. So definitely consider this as well. And one other thing that I need to mention here is you can sell these articles as PLR packs, okay? And so kind of going back to our other example here. And so we're going to go back to the Warrior Forum to take a look at what I'm talking about. This is someone that has posted a PLR pack. Now PLR stands for private label rights. And with most article jobs that you get, whether it be Constant Content or whether it be Text Broker or places like that, Fiverr, you're pretty much writing one article for one paycheck, basically is what you're doing. So you're writing whether you're writing a 250 word article for $5 or, 500 word article for $6, whatever it may be, that's the only time that you can use that article. It's just that one time, one job, one person, one client. Okay. Now the great thing about PLR packs is you can write several articles and then package them together and sell them to a lot of different people. Okay. And what you can do is you can just limit it, so that everyone in the world isn't able to buy this. And that's what this person's doing. This is an exclusive survival and prepper mega pack PLR, and it says only 100 licenses will be sold. And so people know that this is very limited, that only 100 packages will be sold and then they'll be gone, And so a lot of people that buy these types of articles will basically rewrite them anyway. They'll just kind of use it. They'll use your article as sort of a place to do the research, okay? And then they'll just kind of rewrite it and put it in their own words and that kind of thing. So as you can see, very simple listing. This person lists what all you get, okay? And then they put a price on it. And so it's $17, for these articles. But the thing is, they're limiting it to 100. All right. So let's do the math on this. If this person were to sell 100 licenses and get $17, well, what's 17 times 100? Well, that's $1,700. And so this person can definitely make quite a bit of money by offering PLR articles, and so can you. And it's not that hard. I mean, you just simply write the articles, do a post on the Warrior Forum, and there you go. You're in business. So writing PLR and posting it on the Warrior Forum is definitely a way to go, especially if you're looking to sell the same articles over and over again to different people. Okay, and so I'd really recommend you check out this method as well to make money writing articles for cash. Now let's move on to step 2 of our outline, and step 2 is determine the amount of pay per article. And this is really simple. As you're researching places to sell your articles, you just simply want to make a checklist of the going rate for each type of article. And we've kind of been doing that anyway, as we've been going along, checking out Fiverr, checking out Warrior Forum, and so on. We can see what the going rates are, for these articles. And so that's just part of your research. It's part of your market research as you're going through here checking these places out. And of course, what we've determined is that in today's marketplace, it's not uncommon. It seems pretty regular to get a 500 word article for $5, and you could even probably write a 250 word article for $5 as well. So I mean, that's kind of the going rate, and so you can list your rates accordingly. All right, step 3, we're going to write each article quickly. So if you want to write an article quickly, and let's say you get $5 an article, just to use a round figure, because you can get more than that. You can get 7. You can get up to $10 to $15 an article if it's highly targeted. But let's just go with a really basic conservative rate here. Let's just go with $5. All right. So if you can get $5 an article, then how do you write each article quickly? Well, one of the first things you want to do is you want to be able to research the article fast. Okay. And so how do you do this? Well, you want to pick 3 main points. All right. So as you're researching your article topic, then you want to pick 3 main points to cover. And then you want to write your article around those 3 main points. Okay. And so your 3 main points will have an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. You want to be sure to increase your speed with practice, and you'll also want to go to some article directories just to look at some sample articles on how others do it. And eZine Articles is a great place to go, to look at other articles, how other people write articles, as well as other directories out there. And so we'll take a look at eZine Articles. I think a while ago I pronounced it eZine. I meant eZine. But anyway, we'll take a look at eZine Articles, and here's one that I have written a while back, and it's called How to Clean Up Your Credit Report, 3 Ways to Clean Up Your Credit Rating. And again, I'm going with the theme of 3. Okay, 3 is a great place to start. As you can see, this article I've written here, it talks about many people would like to clean up the credit report. And so you want to start with a general statement, and then you want to try to find 3 things that you have researched to put in the introductory paragraph. And so basically you want to say, here are 3 things I found. Okay. And first, you need to do this. Second, you need to do that. And third, do this other thing. All right. And then you end it by just simply writing your conclusion. Okay. So if we go back to our format here, that's basically what we're doing. First of all, you have your introduction. You're going to introduce the 3 main points. And then you have your first main point. Okay. Point number 1 is usually with a couple of details. And then you have your second main point. Okay, so you have your introductory paragraph, which basically tells them what you're going to tell them. Okay, so you're going to say, today I'm going to talk to you about, and then you're going to talk about the 3 things you're going to tell them. All right, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3. First paragraph, first main point, point number 1, and then you give a couple of details about it. Okay, let's go to our second paragraph, point number 2, a couple of details. And then the third main point, point number 3, a couple of details. And then you do a conclusion, and in the conclusion, you basically summarize the 3 main points and tell them to take action. Okay, so how does this look in the real world? Well, first of all, you want to have an introduction. Okay, you want to start with a general opening about the topic. Tell them the 3 points that you're going to discuss, and tell them what they'll be able to do after they read your article. That's very important. And so this will grab their attention. If you'll say, by reading this article, you'll be able to learn this, this, and this, they'll probably want to read on, especially if it has a direct benefit to them. All right, now the first main point. Sorry about that. Okay, let's go to the first main point. You want to make a general statement about the first main point. Okay, and then you want to give 2 supporting details to back up your main point. Okay, second main point, this would be your third paragraph, because you have your introduction. Your first paragraph is about the first main point. The second paragraph is. And then the next paragraph is going to be about your second main point. Okay, so you're going to transition to your second main point. And then number 7, you're going to give 2 supporting details that back up your second main point. So you can see the pattern here. It's real simple. You're going to pick out 3 main points. And then the very first paragraph after your introduction is going to be, the first main point, 2 details. Okay, next paragraph, second main point, 2 details. Next paragraph, third main point, 2 details. All right. And then after that, you're simply going to wrap it up. You're just going to have your conclusion. And so in your conclusion, you simply tell them, so as you can see, this is why you need to do this. And you have 3 main points. And then you tell the reader what they can do now with the information in the article. So give them a plan of action. Say, go out there and use this and change your life with this information. Okay. And so let's look at kind of an example article. This is an article that I had actually written for TextBroker. It's not the exact article, but it's very similar to one that I had written for them that I was telling you earlier about. And the topic that the client wanted was how to save money on gas and electric bills. Okay, so my introduction was pretty simple. I usually start out with a general statement. So in this case, I said, many people would like to save on electricity usage. However, doing this can seem like a tough thing to do. If you're in this situation, then it's time to consider some ways to save on your next electric bill. In this article, we'll discuss 3 ways to save on electricity by looking at your electric meter. See, there's the first point. Changing air filters. There's the second point. And making your home more energy efficient. There's a third point. Read on and discover how to reduce your electricity usage without breaking the bank. So if we're to dissect this article a little bit, just the introductory paragraph, you can see made a general statement. Many people are looking to solve this problem, but doing so can be tough. But guess what? I have found 3 ways to solve this problem. First way, second way, third way. Read on and discover how you can solve this problem. Now, we're in the second paragraph, which is all about your first main point. Okay, so here we go. First, make sure that your electric meter is reading accurately. Okay, that's the first major point. And then just give a couple of details about it. Give your electric company a call and ask them to send a representative out to check the accuracy of your meter. Surprisingly, many mistakes in electric bills can be caused by inaccurate meters. As you can see, I had a main point and I had 2 supporting details. All right, things that they can do that support this first main point. Second main point, so this would be the third paragraph of your article. Okay. Also, another way to save on gas and electricity bills is to make sure that a clean air filter is installed regularly. Dusty air filters will cause your equipment to work harder than it needs to and waste 5% to 10% more energy. Just set a schedule on your calendar and check or clean your filters once a month and notice the difference in your electric bill, or in your bill. Okay, so again, second main point, I told them the second main point right up front, and I gave supporting details about the second main point. Okay, now we're going to the fourth paragraph, which is the third main point. So finally, it is important to make your home as energy efficient as possible. One way to do this is to look at the furniture in your house. It's important to make sure that nothing is blocking the airflow of vents in your home. If furniture or appliances are blocking the airflow, be sure to move them so that your airflow is uninterrupted and you'll have a more energy efficient home. So I told them how to have a more energy efficient home, which is the third point. Okay. So as you can see, we had an introductory paragraph. I told them the 3 main points. I went over in detail about the 3 main points, and now we're about ready to wrap it up. So here's the conclusion. In summary, be sure to use this information when trying to save on gas and electricity bills. Remember to take time to, and then here are the 3 points again. I'm just telling them what I've already told them. I'm summarizing it. Look at your electric meter, change air filters, and make your home more energy efficient. Saving on utility bills will not only help you with your monthly budget, but it will help the environment as well. So again, I'm telling them how to do this, and I'm also telling them to get out there and put this information to use. That's it. So that's a 5-paragraph article. As you can see, once you have this template, it will take you no time to write this after you get the details down. So that's all there is to it. Now, after you have a template to write your articles, which I've given you, what you need now is step 4, which is to figure out your article per hour average. Okay, and so what you want to do is you want to decide how fast it takes you to write an average article, and you just have to time yourself and see. The faster you can write articles, the more money you'll make per hour. It's that simple. But once you know how fast you can write an article, then you'll be able to determine your average hourly rate. Okay, so for example, let's say you write an article in 15 minutes and you average $5 per article. Well, then you'll make $20 an hour. If you do that, $5 an article times 4 articles per hour is $20 an hour. Okay, now if you can increase your speed, then obviously the more money you're going to make, or if you can increase how much you get per article, the more money you're going to make. All right, so just starting out, I think this is really a pretty standard average. This is something that you can achieve, and we'll talk more about that here in a little bit. So averaging $5 per article, again, is pretty standard. I mean, that's something you definitely can do. After you figure out your dollars per hour, okay, then you want to submit your articles and get paid. All right, so this step is very simple. If you're submitting your article to a content company, such as TextBroker, Constant Content, Fiverr, where you get paid directly by clients, then you'll need to follow their guidelines in order to get paid. It's just that simple. So if you're selling your articles to private clients, then you'll need to have a system for payment when you deliver your articles. And again, I've shown you kind of a fast way to do that. You can go through the Warrior Forum where everything's already set up. Okay, and buy a thread through there and just get everything set up through the Warrior Forum, or you can do it through your own website, or you can do it through PLR packs as well. And so this is how you write articles for cash, okay? And this is how you make money doing it. Some final thoughts. It may be important to have your own websites or social media profile, such as on Facebook or Twitter and so on, if you're planning on writing articles for a living. Okay, so if this is something that you really want to do for a living, something that you really want to use to break free from your day job, I really recommend you get your own website. You get your own platform, okay? This will basically give you more exposure for your efforts, and it'll give you more credibility and authority as well, okay? Number two, it will be easier if you're just starting off, just trying to get your feet wet, so to speak, by writing articles for content companies such as TextBroker, all right? And then you can work your way up to more of the freelancing career and getting your own clients after that, okay? So let's do a quick summary of Article Cash Payday. The first thing you need to do is, number one, figure out where to sell articles, okay? And we've talked about that. We mentioned many places on this training where you can go sell articles, all right? Number two is you need to determine the amount of pay per article. So how much are you going to get paid per article? And we've talked about the standard rate for that. Number three, write each article quickly. I've shown you a very simple template to write your articles quickly and put them through, all right? And just follow that template and you should do very, very well when you write your articles. Number four, figure out your dollars per hour average. So if you're making $20 per hour, see if there's, see if that meets your needs. Okay, so $20 an hour, and you work at that in order to reach a certain dollar amount per day, then you can figure out how much you'll make per day, depending on how many hours you're able to work, all right? So if you want to make $100 a day and you make $20 an hour, then you'll have to work 5 hours a day to get to $100 a day, assuming you're able to do $20 an hour. You can, again, this is just starting out too. Please keep that in mind. I mean, the more experience you get at this, you will have clients that will pay you well beyond $5 an hour, okay? You'll have clients that'll pay you $15, $20 an article even and beyond, okay, the more you work your way up. So this is just starting figures that we're talking about here, okay? And this is definitely a business that you can scale up and get more experience and get more authority in, and especially if they see you as an authority for writing in one particular niche. If you become an expert in that niche, let's say you write articles exclusively for the health food market, okay, or for medicals, or for automobiles, or whatever. If you specialize and that's what you write on all the time, not only will you get good at writing articles, in that area, but people will see you as a specialist, and they'll more than likely pay you more money for writing articles in that area that they need, okay? So that's another tip that you can use. So figure out your dollars per hour average, and then simply submit your articles and get paid. And it's really that simple. So I really highly recommend that you try out the Article Cash Payday system and put it to use and make the change in your life that you're wanting to make. I mean, if you're working at your day job now and you're just basically not having the life that you want right now, or if you've been on the internet for a while and you're just trying to find a way to actually make some real money online, maybe you've been writing articles or making videos and you just haven't really made the cash that you wanted to, at this point. Well, I guarantee you writing articles is a way that you're going to actually see cash in your PayPal account. Okay, now again, this is how I started making money on the internet. And then the great thing about writing articles is once you learn this skill and you get really good at it, and people will start paying you cash for just writing articles and things like that for them. I mean, you could even write ebooks eventually, but let's just stick with articles for now. Once you get good at that skill, it will just not only help you out financially, but it'll also help your internet skills as well. Okay, because the more skills you have, the higher price you can command as you do more on the internet. All right. And so I highly recommend that you do this. You want to earn some extra money, do the Article Cash Payday system, and it will definitely help you get on your way to making cash online and having cash in your PayPal account. And there's nothing like waking up in the morning and seeing cash in your PayPal account from articles you have written and work that you have done. and knowing that you have a secure future, knowing that you have another way to make a living besides going to that job every day. You know, that's a feeling that is hard to describe. And it's something that if you apply this system, you will definitely make money online. And it's just a matter of sticking with it and trying it out. So apply the Article Cash Payday system. If you have any questions, be sure to email me. I'll be happy to answer your questions. And, I'm not one that likes to hide behind my products. So please feel free to email me. And I'll be, again, my email address is michaelharrisonline@gmail.com. And I'd love to hear your success story. I'd love to hear how you were able to apply this system, get out there and use it, and start changing your life by making the money you deserve starting today.